This is your Weather Extreme video for Saturday, February the 25th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks so much for tuning in. We've got a lot of weather ahead, a lot of weather going on today. There's a look at the satellite image from early this morning, and we've got a cold front that is stretching from the northeast corner of the state down towards the southwest corner of the state, and we're getting rapid clearing behind that front. By midday today, we expect that front to be clearing the state of Alabama and a lot of sunshine returning. However, temperatures are going to be considerably colder than we've seen the last few days, especially related to the record highs from yesterday. Our upper atmosphere, we have a strong trough moving across the Mississippi River, and that will be exiting the area. But as it does, it's going to basically establish a little bit of troughiness over the East Coast, and that's going to keep us cool for several days. I remember last weekend we were talking about how mild it was across much of the country, and once again we've seen a switch as we have much colder air now across a good portion of the central part of the United States. All the areas in blue are at or below 32 degrees, and you'll notice there in Kansas some single digits. No single digits in central Alabama, but temperature is basically a good deal chillier than we've seen over the last several days, especially compared to the record warmth. There are some showers just ahead of the front, moving through east central Alabama, but most locations that received rain this morning received less than 1/10 of an inch. Watch warning map is fairly quiet today. All the purple that you see on the west coast, as well as the purple around Lake Michigan, those are all winter weather advisories. And the greens that you see over part of Vermont, New Hampshire, and New York, those are all flash flood advisories, or flash flood watches, I should say, along with some dense fog advisories up that way. The QPF, not much with this front, but later in the week, primarily in the Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe, it looks like we should see on the order of 1 to 2 inches of rain, especially over the northern portion of the state of Alabama. Storm Prediction Center is outlooking a slight chance for severe storms today, day one, along the mid-Atlantic states up into New York and barely getting into Vermont, so part of New England. For day two, that would be Sunday into early Monday, we have just some thunderstorms possible over the northeast Texas and parts of Arkansas and along the northwest coast of the U.S. And then on day three, which is Monday, we come under thunderstorms over a good portion of the lower Mississippi River Valley and much of the southeastern U.S. All right, let's get to the 06 HFS model run this morning. And here comes the surface high as the front moves off. We can see that it's moving off and trailing off into the southeast coast. In the upper atmosphere by Sunday, we see that we've come under weak ridging, but that's still going to allow us to cool down as we have the surface high settling in over the southeastern United States, and that should allow good radiational cooling. So it looks like temperatures will dip down to around 30 degrees with some of those colder spots getting into the mid and upper 20s on Sunday morning. The ridge becomes a little more established on Monday, but we also see a little bit of a short wave moving through that ridge, and so that looks like that's going to produce another possibility for some rain. I don't expect to see a lot of rain with this system, but in addition to the moisture coming out of the south, we're going to be getting upper-level moisture. As you can see on Tuesday, the ridge there, and that's bringing southwesterly flow, so the flow coming out of the South Pacific, and that helping to make things sort of moist over the southeastern U.S. as a new storm system develops off to our west on Tuesday. So once again, chance for some showers and probably no thunderstorms. Thunderstorms, though, are likely to come about on Wednesday, especially into the afternoon and evening hours. According to the latest timing on the GFS, we see a nice trough coming across parts of Kansas and Oklahoma and the kind of the northwestern part of Texas on Wednesday. And that brings a surface low up into the vicinity of Chicago with a cold front trailing down into Mississippi and Arkansas and Louisiana and southeast Texas. So SPC has outlooked a 15% area for the possibility of severe weather on day 5. This again is Wednesday into early Thursday. And a couple of quick maps to look at the severe weather potential. And we see that helicity values, the turning of the wind, is going to be fairly up there on the order of 200 to 300 values during the midday on Wednesday. And then the Cape values peaking ahead of the front at 18Z on Wednesday in the range from about 12 to 1,500 joules per kilogram. So once again, we have the possibility. Now, will it be there in the model run tomorrow? Maybe, maybe not. But since SPC has jumped out ahead on that, I think there's a good possibility it'll be there. Getting back to the GFS, and we see on Thursday that front has come through. And so, as you would expect, the front has moved on by, and we should be clearing out as we get high pressure from over Texas moving into our area. We see that the troughiness over the eastern part of the country becomes more noticeable by Friday, so the latter part of the week is going to be a bit cooler. And then by Saturday, we see once again the troughiness over the area, so we're staying under a northwesterly flow. So it looks like temperatures for the latter part of the week and into the first of the weekend should be below average for most of us. And that will be a little bit cooler. And we can see on Saturday, once again, the high pressure settling in over the area, so we could have good radiational cooling. Looking out into Voodoo country, and the GFS maintains the idea of this troughiness over the eastern part of the country all the way out to March 6th. We do see a change as we see a relatively strong and low latitude trough come across the lower Mississippi River Valley around March 9th. This certainly has the look of the potential for severe weather once again, and the possibility with this kind of pattern that we might see some winter mischief. But as I say in the discussion, that's something we don't put a good deal of faith in just yet. Too early to start forecasting the amounts of ice and snow. By the time we reach the end of the period around the 12th of March, we're coming back under ridging, so it looks like warmer conditions return once again. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this morning. Expect to have the next one posted first thing on Sunday morning. In the meantime, stay tuned to the blog for notes on Alabama's weather. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Enjoy the day, stay warm, and Godspeed.